What is up, and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. I am so excited to have you here today. As you can tell by the title of this video, we have come to the moment where we are doing our week 2 Artist Way check-in. Hope you don't mind this microphone. I'm trying to amplify my voice, so I'm just really getting used to using it. Yes. Either way, I hope that it's making the sound quality like way, way, way more better. So yes, Artist Way week 2. So week 2 was about recovering a sense of identity. So its focus is okay, and if I'm looking down, it's because I have notes. The focus is noticing how others shape or limit our creativity, recognizing and confronting crazy makers, starting to define our creative self apart from our external expectations, and reclaiming boundaries, reclaiming personal boundaries and unhooking from toxic validation loops. This chapter was actually, this week was actually a lot. And full transparency, your girl did this week like 3 times. Well, no. I did week 1 3 times. And then this is my second time doing week 2. I'm actually on week 3 right now. So, going through it, I felt essentially, I guess you could say, defeated the first time because I didn't complete all of the tasks. And then the artist dates, I didn't take myself on an artist date. So, like, I felt like a failure. So, I just completely stopped doing it. And then, but I stuck to the morning pages. And let me tell you, morning pages are tea, chef's kiss. Because those 3 pages, literally, I have crafted and created so many incredible ideas, so many creations, navigated so much emotional trials and tribulations, challenges, the things, the way my life has transformed, even from just doing my last week 1 video to today, being in a completely new state, a completely new home, all the things that I was low key essentially wishing for, I have. I'm officially a business owner, so whoop whoop to her. Um, all the things. So, like, it's just like really exciting to see. And then also just pushing past week 2. So now being on week 3, I just feel so accomplished. But let's get back into it. So, the first part, reclaiming identity and power. So essentially, things that I kind of went over. It says, I should have read these. Hold up. Ooh, okay, this is a good one. So, in reclaiming a sense of identity and power, some of the themes from my morning pages and just like some studies that I've been doing and conversations that I've been having in journaling, one thing, a common theme was that I acknowledged how I essentially used to seek external validation. And it's more than just seeking external validation, right? It was, yeah, it was deep. It was so heavy. Like anything wanted to do, like I needed a sounding board. I needed somebody to tell me that it was okay and I was going to pop the fuck off doing it or else I wouldn't do it. And then when they told me what I wanted to hear, I would still then try to convince myself, nah, don't do it, girl. Don't do it, girl. They were lying. But that's not the case. So, one thing I'm realizing is like past versions of myself, or as I'm healing and going through my deaths and my rebirths consistently day after day, I'm realizing that I essentially would just convince myself that I wasn't qualified to lead or qualified to do or qualified to share my own journey and my own vision and my own story. It's like, girl, what you mean? It's yours. You were there. Like, come on. But like in the most gentle, nice way, you know what I mean, to the self. Um, so as yeah, so the journey has been essentially just embodying the person that does lead, embodying the person that does show up. Because at the end of the day, like if I let those thoughts win, I'm never gonna get anywhere. So I'm learning instead of trying to make them go away. I observe, I let them, do their thing. But the way that I defeat them is by taking action, by doing the thing that they're trying to trick me I shouldn't be doing, right? The thing that I love, the creating and making art and filming videos, all of that stuff. My inner critic definitely tries to get me to stop doing. So over these past few weeks, it's been overcoming and embodying and doing actively and proving to myself, like, girl, you got this. You've always gotten this, and just really gassing myself up the way that I deserve to be gassed up. So the next one, or the next section, was releasing the crazy maker dynamic. So essentially, crazy makers are like people that just choose chaos, situations, places, environments, people that you tell your dream and the first thing they do is tell you all the hundreds of ways why it's not going to work. Or the people that will get in that constant loop of talking about what they're going to do instead of just doing it. And I'm going to say I used to be one of those people. And sometimes I struggle and I be that person. I don't know what's going to happen down the line, but I know I do struggle with that. However, I am realizing, and after starting the artist way, I am understanding, I have an awareness for it. I can see it happen. I notice a pattern. And now instead of giving 10, 12, 82 chances, it's a 1, 2, all right, we're done. And honestly, the more that I heal and the more that I progress in my journey, it's going to be a one and done. And when I get even more in tune with my healing and my higher self, you won't even have the opportunity at that point. Like it's very, very selective, because that those types of people, they sometimes they'll tell you that they're happy for you, but at the end of the day, they're really praying for your downfall because they don't believe that they can do it themselves. And it really sucks that, that type of guilt and self-doubt is within their conscious, but it also doesn't make it your responsibility to fix, clean up, change, make them want all of that stuff. Like sometimes you just gotta let them go. You just gotta let them go, and that's it, and no hard feelings. So I definitely had to let go of a few crazy makers, detach myself from a couple of relationships that I knew and I could see were blatantly cyclical, and they weren't good or subdued to like my well-being and my vision and my mission of creation and art and rest and all of these things. So yeah, that was a hard one because I it's so wild how I automatically defend people that got me fucked up. Like, literally, I had to get dragged through the emotional fucking dirt of bricks and coils and thorns because I was defending a person who was using me to spirit. Like, why I gotta let him go? No. But, like, what about this? What about that? And it's like, Lisa, what about you? What about your pockets? What about your wallet? What about your mental health? What about your space, your well being? Let those people go. Literally. Let those people go. And I'm still working on that because, like, I got a really big heart and it be hurting because I be loving people. But sometimes we just not on the same path, and that's okay. So, here we are. All right, number 3, drawing boundaries to protect the creative self. And honestly, that one, perfect segue into this one. Okay. Perfect segue into this one because that was the whole point. When I notice that when I hang out with you and I understand supporting each other and lifting each other up, but when there's no action around that support and every time we come back, we're talking about the same thing that hurt us, but in a way that's like, okay, well, what lessons do we learn? Nothing. I just want to complain. That's all I need. I got to protect it. When I'm like, hey, do you want to do this with me? And you agree, and then it comes time to do it, and I'm ready to do it, and I'm doing it, and you're like, oh, actually, I don't know. Nope. Any doubt, any hesitations, any scarcity, any lack, any non doing, I can't have it in my space right now. I'm learning. I am very, 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 very sensitive. And I require things, you know? I require action. I require accountability. I require integrity. And these are all things that I'm learning to do and be and communicate and be and embody myself. And I understand it's a journey, but we also need to understand that protecting our peace over everything else. So that's why, you know, boundaries within like my business, I like all communication to be done via email. It allows me to take in what you need. It allows me to really process. It allows me to come up with a beautifully aligned solution that has everybody's best interest at heart. So yeah, that's the power, a powerful way essentially to protect my energy and my identity, especially when building like a creative life. Yeah, because we're not performing emotional labor, and I'm no longer giving people reactions because I no longer react, I respond. So here we are. All right, distancing from external roles. Ooh, this one was a big one. So basically, I think I started the artist way after I got fired from my dispensary job. But within that, I had to write like a bunch of different, like big letters, right? So just letting go of like big corporate roles, letting go of being the employee, letting go of being the external therapist, I guess you could say. But like it was more so like stepping away from roles that caused that chaos within inside me, I guess you could say. And now I am claiming my creative identity. I am an artist. I am a creative. I am a wellness practitioner. I am a healer. I am so many beautiful things. And I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, so shedding old identities, right? So that kind of segues into that. Just like shedding worry, shedding doubt, shedding all of these things, and understanding the only thing standing in the way of me and all my dreams is me. The only thing, it's action. Like literally, spirit, the universe, God put every single thing that we need inside of us to fulfill our life's purpose, our mission, to live a life of love, a life of community, to give back. So it's like understanding that all I have to do is choose to start. And that's honestly why I sat down and made this video, because it was like, girl, you finished week 2, like go make it. I'm like sitting around, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I have so many things, but I can't do any of them. Girl, just go. I, past Lisa, has made things very difficult for herself. And new Lisa that has separated from a lot of the noise, and has cut ties with a lot of past versions, people, places, things, and old identities, right? I am realizing that ease is our birthright. We are all entitled to ease. I'm realizing that it doesn't have to be hard. We can make it in rest. We can make it literally sitting in our beds. Like, that's what the universe wants for us. The universe wants us to rest. The universe wants us to create. The universe wants us to do the things that make our heart throb, you know? So, yes. So that leans into embracing internal validation. So, one thing I can say is I am so freaking proud of myself for sitting here and filming this week 2 review. I am so proud of myself for beginning again, no matter how many times I have to do it. And I am so proud of myself for choosing me, for choosing my children, for choosing art, for choosing creativity, and for choosing to be the leader that I truly know that I freaking am. Okay? No matter how anxious, that's not anxiousness anymore, okay? That nervousness, that anxious feeling, that's excitement. That's adrenaline. That's fuck yes energy. Yes, that sadness I feel, that's not sadness. That's strength brooding in my freaking being. That's incredible. I am incredible. You are incredible. We are incredible. And we got this. We're going to keep going. And yes. So that's going to be it for my week 2 check in. And that's what I learned about recovering a sense of self identity, a sense of identity, my self identity. Whew. It's a big one. And this is definitely a journey. And, I'm so grateful for the people that I have on the path with me. And I'm so grateful for me. And I hope you're so grateful for you. And I hope you're proud of you. I'm proud of you. I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, bitch, you are worthy. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Okay? Okay. Bye bye.